Hi, Martina here. Today I'm creating a mini album using the July 2019 Hip Kit main and cardstock kits, and I will be sneaking in some of the gorgeous color kit colors later. I am starting to build the base of my mini album, and I'm using a sheet of the basil pollen cardstock, which is included in the cardstock kit. And I'm using the scoring board and a bone folder to do the measuring and scoring of the lines I will be folding and cutting later. If you are not having a scoring board, you can totally use a ruler and a bone folder or something in a kind of a bone folder and measure these lines out and fold them and cut them later. That's no problem, and you're totally fine with that. This cut is the final step in the construction of the pages of the mini album. After that, it's just gluing and folding the paper. And the next steps are covering two pieces of cardboard with patterned paper. I'm using the Bella Boulevard Home Sweet Home mosaic tile paper, which is really beautiful and coordinates really well with the cardstock. And I'll be using that paper also to put some pattern paper into the album and glue down some pattern paper onto some of the pages. Because this is a lot of repetitive work and not so much to talk to, I'll speed the process up a little and give you some music and come back when I'm getting back to color. of my process was coloring the flowers I fussy cut from the Pink Fresh Studio Just a Little Lovely One Fine Day paper, which is actually, I think, my most favorite paper of that whole collection. And I had a hard time to decide if I could use it and if I should use which side of the paper. But I finally thought it would be a fun idea to fussy cut this black and white uncolored flowers and color them by myself, because in the July color kit there is a beautiful pink tone. It's called Hibiscus Rose. It's a flat one, so there's just color, no shimmer. And the Blue Hawaiian Blue, which is a amazing blue with a beautiful shimmer. And if you combine them, you get a really beautiful purple, which really amazed me because I usually don't like purple and I don't go with purple, but well, the July Hip Kit made me liking it and using it. I have put some of the Lindies into a palette and added some more water on this second part of the palette, so I had, well, different shades of the colors which I could play with on the flowers. I have set the flowers aside to dry and I'm now matting my pictures, which I all printed out in black and white, with some tissue paper. And I'm just randomly cutting and ripping the stripes of paper because I wasn't going for neat or straight angles. I was just going for some layers and textures with that. To glue the photos onto the tissue paper, I'm using a regular school or office glue stick, which is actually some kind of an experiment to me. I think I have never used a glue stick in scrapbooking. I can't remember that I have seen anybody using a glue stick, but I thought I should give it a try because it's cheap and I have it handy. And in about 2 years or so, I'll know if the pictures will still stick to the tissue paper or not. And if not, it's not a big deal to take some double-sided tape and glue them down again. After I have them all on the tissue paper, I'm browsing the stash for a first time to get an idea of which of the beautiful ephemera I could include in the album. And as always, I have to just get an idea and then starting again. And that's why I just started with gluing down the before cut pattern paper pieces on, so to say, each second page of the mini album. Brave as I am, I'm also using the glue stick to glue the pattern paper down. I have no idea if this will stick, but I pressed it really good down with my bone folder, so keeping fingers crossed that it will stay forever. Before I could start building the pages of the album, I had to create the cover of the album. And I had a hard time to decide between the Pink Fresh Studio Just a Little Lovely puffy phrase stickers and puffy alpha stickers, because I love this puffy phrase stickers, this thin and colored words. I absolutely love them, but I thought to this bright yellow paper and the really bright colored roses, maybe the white puffy alphas just make the better match. As always, when I'm gluing something down, I'm using my T-ruler because otherwise I'm having a really hard time to get things straight. I am gluing down the colored flowers with liquid glue and pressing it down really well so it will stick really good to the cover. And make sure that there are no small leaves or things that could bend or rip off. What you can't see, but I totally know, is that this is the point where I changed my mind. I usually had the plan to create a mini album using the pictures of a summer scrapbook event on which I had the opportunity to teach, and it was a great summer weekend. We had great workshops, great people, and it was just, you know, that happy bubble that often happens on that scrapbooking events. And I wanted to give that, oh well, a special place. And I had the idea to incorporate lots of the Hip Kit Club exclusive die cuts, which are tropical, summery, party themed, and that would be a perfect match to that theme. But when I sat on my table and I've seen what you are seeing now, the yellow base of the album, the black and white photos, and the, I think, really beautiful colored Pink Fresh Studio flowers, I decided to keep the album really simple. I glued one picture onto each page and I glued one flower to each picture. And I've been browsing the Hip Kit Club exclusive die cuts to find two pieces which match really perfect to the story that I'd like to tell. And the rest of the space of that album is the place where I'd like to write down the smaller and bigger stories of that beautiful weekend, which I'd like to keep close to my heart. Because I think in the end of the day, that's what scrapbooking is really about. And I think I have done that a bit too little in the last time. And that's why I'm starting now. And after I've finished that video and made the beautiful shots, I will sit down and write my stories down and keep them. I hope you liked watching me creating this album, even if I changed my mind. And I hope to see you back again on the next process video and wish you a wonderful day. Bye.